Hi everyone, welcome to the Dee-Brief with Dr. D. Real talk, real strategy, real leadership, one insight at a time. I'm your host, Dr. D, and this is your space for bold conversations, soul-deep reflections, and truth that transforms. Whether you're an executive, an entrepreneur, or an everyday change agent, this podcast is for you, navigating both public success and that private struggle. Each episode, we take a deep dive into emotional wellness, grief recovery, faith, leadership, and the tools you need to rise with clarity and with purpose. This isn't just strategy, it's healing. It's a calling. This is the Dee-Brief with Dr. D. Let's get into it. Hello everyone, Dr. D here. I am so excited to talk to you today. I think last week I did a video and I explained that there was going to be a big announcement related to our Joy in the Journey series. I was just waiting for everything to be put in place, and then we were going to release something really huge. Today is that day. We are releasing 6 books. You heard me. 6 books in our Joy in the Journey series. And these 6 books are for our children and our youth. Before I show you the books, I just want to really give honor to my parents, the late Reverend Robert Brown Jr. and Betty Jean Brown. As I was growing up in the Brown household under their leadership, and I say leadership intentionally because our parents are leaders. They are trainers, they are leaders. Train up a child the way they should go. When they are old, they will not depart from it. My parents said to me, Darlene, don't forget about the children. Don't forget about the youth. Our youth and our children are not our future. They are our today. And children go through things too. You know, as adults, we can't believe or be under the false narrative that we're the only people that go through situations. We're the only people that go through the need for hope, the need for joy, the need for healing. You know, I know for a fact that as I was going through and still going through my grief and loss journey, my parents and my sister, my children experienced it too. So these books helps us to understand how to help our kids, how to recognize signs, how the community needs to be a part of that process. So I wanted to take it from a different perspective though, and you're going to understand why if I show you these books. So we have Maya and Corey. Maya and Corey. These books are for our kids. This is for our elementary school, the tender ages of 5 to 8, grades K through 4. The characters of Maya and Corey go through their own process of restoration, of needing healing, of being able to find joy, of handling situations with friends. And we look at how they handle it and how we help them with the map of me, Maya and Corey. After elementary school, we go to middle school. And we know middle school is that tender age of 10 to 13. And you're not in elementary anymore. You're not in high school yet. But middle school is tough, right? You're that preteen. So we have Brandon, I say Brandon, and Jada. Y'all peep these covers? Brandon and Jada. And they go through age-appropriate issues, challenges, trauma that they need to handle. They need to be able to find hope. They need to find people to support them. And these characters go through that. And we walk with them through it, Jada and Brandon. After middle school, high school. High school's a different place. I went to Forest Hills High School, and I tell you, high school, you can get lost. So we want to see how Leah and Elijah, how they handle high school, how they go through what happens to them. And I don't want to give the book away because I want you to get the book and share it. But Elijah and Leah are characters that are really special to me because they remind me of things that I went through in high school. After you leave high school, if you're not going the vocational route, you're not going to get a job and you're going to college, whether you stay home or go away, you're becoming an adult. You are finding who you are outside of your major as a person. So we have Rooted and Rising, the college edition, a journal. This journal helps our college students with that life outside of high school. It helps them to see who they are as individuals. It helps them to write. And hopefully they can take that journaling experience in college and continue it in adulthood. I know journaling as an adult has been really helpful for me in my journey. So I am so grateful to God for putting this book series in my spirit and allowing me the room through my grief journey, through my finding joy and restoring joy and my healing in this journey, to birth this book series, this social emotional learning series for our children. We want to share it with the world. We want to get these books in the schools. We want to get it in the hands of our youth, the hands of our children. We want to help train teachers on these concepts of these books. So if you want to purchase the books, purchase them in bulk. They're on Amazon. They're available. We will continue what we have been doing with the other books and going out and talking about grief and loss, talking about restoration, talking about self-care and what that means. There's a future podcast coming out on self-care. I think I had mentioned that. But today we are releasing these series. It's on Amazon. You can purchase it there. So Rooted and Rising, College Edition, Elijah and Leah, High School, Brandon and Jada, Middle School, and then we don't want to forget about our babies, Maya and Corey, in elementary school. Before I go, I must say one other thing. It is amazing how God allows things to happen. My first book, Freedom Positioning System, FPS, A Spiritual Guide to Freedom, came out in July 2014. And this book is still going strong. People are still purchasing this book. It's about how to be free from things that keep us bound, that we may not think are keeping us bound, right? It talks about freedom from anger, freedom from unforgiveness, freedom from unrealistic expectations, freedom from the approval of others or needing the approval of others. And it's July 2014. I would have never thought 10 years to the month that my second and third book would come out, and the people who were there for me, supporting me during that time, wouldn't be here for this release. My father said to me, "Darlene, you're going to write another book." But I didn't know that the book would be about their journey, and it would be 10 years to the month. So July 2024, Father, Mother, Sister, My Grief But God, the workbook and the book came out. So July 2014, July 2024, and now July 2025, we are releasing yet again another series. So contact me, Dr. D, Maya and Corey, the map of me for our elementary school students, Jada and Brendan, Unlocking Me for our middle school students. We have Elijah and Leah for our high school students. And we have Rooted and Rising College Edition, a journal for our college students. I also want to just say that joy in the journey is important, because just like the 3 Hebrew boys, because you're going to get the spiritual side of me. That's not going anywhere. We don't look like what we've been through. And as we go through life's challenges, as we go through different situations, whether it's grief or loss and trauma, we can have joy in our journey. We can smile. We can have hope. And that's the purpose of what I'm doing. That's the purpose of these books. That's the purpose of Darlene Williams Consulting and Restoring Bountiful Joy. It is to instill hope. It is to instill inspiration. It is to make sure that we are inspiring. With the Dee-Brief with Dr. D, we're interviewing panelists right now and guests for the podcast for the fall. And one thing I tell everyone as we start the interview is, I want to know what you're going to tell our audience that will inspire hope. How are you going to help our audience members know that they're not alone? That as they go through life's challenges, they can not only survive, they can thrive, right? And that is a journey. It's not an overnight process. Our coaching program, we have clients that we're working with, and as part of the coaching program, we take people through those steps so they can really know, I can do this. Not only can I do it, I can do it well. I can do it with joy. I can do it in a way that maybe it doesn't look the traditional way, but it's the way that fits me and my situation. So I'm proud of this work. I've been doing this work for years, for almost 30 years, for other people, other organizations, but now I'm doing it for me. And I'm sharing my story, and I want you to share yours too. So reach out to me, Dr. D. My information is on my website. It's in this podcast, it's in our recordings, but now it's also in these books, in these resources. So I hope you enjoy. I hope you purchase them, and I hope they inspire the youth in your life. Take care. This is Dr. D. We'll talk soon. Well, thank you for joining me today on the Dee-Brief with Dr. D. If this episode spoke to your heart, share it with someone who needs a word of hope and clarity. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and connect with our social media community. And remember, healing is not weakness, it's wisdom. You don't have to lead on empty. You don't have to rise alone. You were built to lead, to heal, and to thrive from the inside out. Until next time, lead well, heal deep, and walk boldly. This is Dr. D signing off.